I saw some a few days ago. And I was like, that's what's up. Okay. All right. They have this thing called Don't Say Gay. Don't Say Gay in Florida. Because it's supposed to be going to the governor's or getting to the governor's desk. There's a thing that the people is protesting. Florida students is protesting because of they don't want to pass the Florida. Damn it, I just had it up here. Hold on. Yeah, that I just do with it because I want to get this right. All right. Florida students protest the Don't Say Gay bill. I want y'all to hear what the Don't Say Gay bill is. Here we go. Say, hey, Willie, Houston is in the house. Shout out to Aaron for the $5 cash out. Say the panhandlers cannot pay $500. And this is what I'm saying. They is going to enforce the $500 on the drivers, not the panhandlers. Y'all, here we go. I want y'all to really pay attention to this protest and tell me what you think. Here you go. Oh, here you go.
We do not support an institution and a school system that does not support us.
Hundreds of Gibbs High School students surrounded Abby Garrettson as she led a protest against what critics dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill.
I think it really put into perspective, both for me and my peers, how many of us are affected to this.
Abby feels personally affected. She's bisexual and was raised by gay parents who have been together for 30 years. She knows the bill does not prevent students or teachers from saying gay, but she worries that it'll have a chilling effect on all LGBTQ discussions.
I think the basis of what the bill is saying is that being gay or liking the same gender or being transgender is inherently wrong.
That's not what supporters say. They call it the Parental Rights in Education bill. It would prevent lesson plans about gender identity and sexual orientation in kindergarten through third grade or in a manner that is not age appropriate.
Did y'all hear that? This bill is about kindergarten through the third grade. And the legislation or the people who create the bills saying we want to leave the power with the parents on what should be taught to their children when it comes down to sexuality, gender, and stuff of that nature.
Sponsors say those topics should be left up to parents to discuss. It also gives families more authority to take legal action against school districts they believe are in violation.
We are moving and have been moving in a direction of empowerment of parents that they're supposed to be in charge.
Still, a lot of students disagree and staged walkouts Thursday. From Tallahassee to St. Pete to Land O'Lakes and Brandon. High school students demonstrated, hoping lawmakers hear their concerns.
There's no inappropriate age to talk about your sexuality, identity.
And that's from a child. There's no inappropriate age, says the child.
You shouldn't have to go through it alone and question it yourself.
But in a matter of days, the bill could end up on the governor's desk. If so,
I think this was a moment to let students, even if we don't affect the bill, to feel like they have a say and to feel like they matter.
again, the next step is a full vote in the state Senate. Right now, though, it's unclear when that is going to happen. Potentially, though, Linda, it could be sometime next week.
All right. Aaron Esmer reporting live for us. Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what they got going on out here. Shout out to Aaron for the $5 cash out. Say, so I can't say I'm happy? That's what's up. You can say that. You can say that. Say, what the F is wrong with this world? Say, why are they forcing this agenda, especially on children? Great question. Say, they lost right now. Willie, give them some time. Listen, my problem is, well, in my opinion, as I speak, they stay in the child's place. Excellent. Leave the kids alone. Excellent. Did y'all understand the argument is kindergarten to the third grade? That's what the bill is about. Kindergarten to the third grade. Said nothing about middle school and high school. Kindergarten through to the third grade. Shout out to Stevie J for the $2 super chat. Say they need to sit their butts down out here in these streets. Say China teaching boys masculinity. Exactly. Remember when that came out? Say what makes them think they are gay? That's a great question.
Support an institution and a school system that does not support us.
She say we do not support a system, a school system, an institution that don't support us. Shout out to, oh man, I breathe. I think that's how you pronounce it. My bad. For the $4.99 super chat, I appreciate that right there. She say that they do not support the institution and the school districts and all this stuff that don't support them. Social media has shown how it's destroyed these kids. I'm in agreement with that right there. That the school, you saying the schools don't support the LGBT community, baby, you in Florida. What is we talking about? Look around. Y'all able to have a protest about the LGBT community at school. I'm not understanding. Children is arguing the rights of parents on how to teach their children or what they child should be learning from K to third grade. Say homeschool your children.
Hundreds of Gibbs High School students surrounded Abby Garrettson as she led a protest against what critics dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill.
Do y'all understand that these high schoolers is about to be adults with the mindset of taking the rights from the parents? I want y'all to understand this, because a lot of people don't. People ain't against the LGBT community like that. Everybody don't like y'all like everybody don't like everybody. Y'all problem is that y'all like to force what you believe on everybody. And that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. What you do behind closed doors is your business, baby. Don't nobody care. But when you're talking about these little bitty babies, the parents still should have the right of what their child is being taught.
I think it really put into perspective both for
the right to control what their child is being taught.
me and my peers, how many of us are affected to this.
Abby feels.
How are you all affected as high schoolers? This is not a bill for y'all. Has nothing to do with your high schoolers. I understand that you will fight for bills, legislation. I get that. I understand that. You say they just passed the bill? No.
Personally affected.
So.
She's bisexual and was raised by gay parents who have been together for 30 years. She knows the bill does not prevent students or teachers from saying gay, but she worries that it'll have a chilling effect on all LGBTQ discussions.
It'll have a chilling effect on what it does to all LGBT discussions. We're still talking about K to third grade. Let me see. Don't say gay. Did it pass? Let's see, because it has not went to the governor's desk yet. Wait. Poses. The federal state poses to pass the Don't Say Gay bill, but it has not. It has not passed. Florida Senate to vote on the measures that critiques dubbed Don't Say Gay.
I I think the basis of what the bill is saying is that being gay or liking the same gender or being transgender is inherently wrong.
Do y'all understand she's going off what she believes it says? And this is the biggest problem with younger folk that grew up in this internet age. Y'all so much on feelings instead of what someone said. That's not what was said. Let me bag it up so y'all can hear her feelings and what she believed was said.
So what the bill is saying is
to what she believed the bill is saying. My bad. Shout out to Gasman 1989 for the $1.98 super chat. I appreciate that right there. Y'all listen to it now. Watch this, watch this.
All LGBTQ discussions.
I think the basis of what the bill is saying is that being gay or liking the same gender or being transgender is inherently wrong.
Nothing in that bill says it. Nothing says it's inherently wrong. They just saying from K to 3, that's a parent's decision, not a high schooler's or anybody else's decision.
That's not what supporters say. They call it the Parental Rights in Education Bill. It would prevent lesson plans about gender identity and sexual orientation in kindergarten through 3rd grade or...
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? They will prevent, this is what the bill is.
It would prevent lesson plans about gender identity and sexual orientation.
Do y'all understand gender identity lesson plans? Why do kindergarten to 3rd grade need to be taught that in school? Shouldn't if the parents want the children to know, they would teach them that part? What does that have to do with them getting educated on their math, science, reading, like what does that have to do with kindergarten to 3rd grade? And I am surprised that it's not the whole elementary school. It shouldn't be taught, in my mind, in elementary period. Just in my mind, but I'm not a politician. I'm just pulling something out. Shout out to Passion for the $5 cash out. You say we living in our last days, confusing the babies out here in the street. A lot of people will say that.
In kindergarten through 3rd grade or in a manner that is not age appropriate.
In a manner that's not age appropriate, which the age appropriate thing is subjective. It depends on parents. Shout out to Mario for the $5 super chat. Say, when I went to school, say they never push racism or gay stuff on us because we know better. It was a different time when we went to school. It was a different time. Just in my mind, what you do in your bedroom and who you like sexually has nothing to do with kindergartners to 3rd grade. Shout out to Anna for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that right there. This has nothing to do, it should not be taught to children if a parent does not want it taught.
Bill sponsors say those topics should be left up to parents to discuss. It also gives families more authority to take legal action against school districts they believe are in violation.
It gives parents more power now. Because y'all do know in certain states, California, when they was trying to, when they introduced the LGBT curriculums, I don't remember, somebody correct me or inform me. They said that the parents could not know the days that was going to be taught, because a lot of parents just wanted to keep their child home that day. The schools decided we're not going to tell you when. We're not going to tell you when because we don't want you to remove your child out when we're teaching this subject or this information. So they took the rights from the parents on what can be taught to their child.
We are moving and have been moving in a direction of empowerment of parents that they're supposed to be in charge.
Still, a lot of students disagree and staged walkouts Thursday. From Tallahassee to St. Pete to Land O'Lakes and Brandon. High school students demonstrated, hoping lawmakers hear their concerns.
Did y'all see the sign that the young man have up there say it's basic human rights. I'm so glad they don't have children yet. I'm so glad. Because there are some things that you wouldn't want your child to be taught other than LGBT. You wouldn't teach a child about crack now, would you? Like, or how to make meth or something. You wouldn't want to teach a kindergartner to the third grade. That's my point. There's just some things that nobody wants certain things taught to their children.
Students demonstrated, hoping lawmakers hear their concerns.
There's no inappropriate age to talk about your sexuality.
Do you understand that? Why is kindergartners talking sexuality in school? Why would that even be a thing? We all went to school. Remember back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s? Remember when they taught us about our sexuality in school? Oh, that's right. They didn't teach it. And we were just fine, right? We was okay. For the most part, we was great because we was there to get an education. Just saying. But when you let the baby speak,
identity, you shouldn't have to go through it alone and question it yourself.
But in a matter of days, the bill...
You shouldn't have to go through it alone and question it yourself. You're right. Why does it have to be done in school? That's for a child and a parent. You don't have to go through it yourself as a child. All you got to do is talk to your parent. Simple.
Could end up on the governor's desk. If so,
I think this was a moment to let students, even if we don't affect the bill, to feel like they have a say and to feel like they matter.
again, the next step is a full vote in the state Senate. Right now, though, it's unclear when that is going to happen. Potentially, though, Linda, it could be sometime next week.
That's what's up. That's what we got. So that's what's going on out here in these streets. Just have to let y'all know, be careful. Just make sure that we paying attention to everything that's going on, and nothing should be sliding by us, especially us as parents. You better be paying attention to what's going on in your district, your county, your municipality, your state, which us as good parents, we typically don't know what's going on in the school system. And by the time we find out what's going on in the school system, they already done passed the bill. When a lot of times you've had the chance to go down and vote for what they was going to pass or that they wanted to pass. You had the opportunity. You just didn't know what was going on, so you could not show up when it was time to vote. You know, us as good parents. Moving right along.